Hey, you guys want to do me a solid?
Yeah.
Can you get the fan out of the car? That little black one?
Yeah.
Or ask Noah to go get it. Or hey, I don't need it right now. So you can come up here and chill for a little bit and get it. No, no, no. Hey, come here. Wait, Eli. Can I show you? Can I show you this real quick?
15, 17.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Oh.
I see that.
I got ice cold waters in there if you guys want some. We are live, by the way. Say hi.
What's up, gang?
Look, I'm trying to figure out how to block out this. Look at Noah, the sun coming right.
Sick, Dad.
Yeah, huh? That's why I have like the roster.
Can you Elijah?
All right, we are here live for the Tucson Raiders and the Southwest Rams. This is 8U. We're going to do a quick roster update here. So we have number 0, Aiden Jackson. We have number 1, Jaden C. I've been saying say for 3 weeks, man. My bad. Number 2, Jordan Garrett. Number 3, Josiah Anderson. Number 4, Romero Nicholas. Or maybe it's Nicholas Romero. I don't know. Number 7, Carlos Manuel. Number 11, Zeke Pina. Number 12, Isaiah Rodriguez. Number 13, Damian Varelis Alvarez. Number 17, Mateo Gutierrez Burgos. Number 18, Ethan Garcia. Number 19, Quincy Judson. Number 20, Angel Varelis Alvarez. Number 21, Cason Ortiz. Number 22, Davis Green. Number 23, Isidro Cruz. I'm going to be calling him Cruz for the game. Number 24, Jackson Anderson. Number 27, Isaac Munoz. Number 34, Isaiah Orantes. Number 43, Armando Acedo. Number 89, Odin Mesa. And number 98, Elijah Cruz. So I do have first and last names this week. Let's go. And yeah. We are here in Tucson, Arizona. Our home field, in case anyone is ever in town that's not living in Tucson at the moment, but you might come and see a game, our home field is Tucson High. So don't ask me the cross streets. I'm not from here, but it's like in the middle of downtown Tucson. It's pretty sweet. Like their school looks like it was built in like the early 1900s, but I like that because it's got a lot of character. The campus looks nice. It's like a community college campus. They have like a statue of some guy over there. It's pretty crazy. But it's a really nice school, and it's right in the middle of downtown. What are you doing? Anyway, I got my whole crew up here. Got my camera crew and everything. No, I'm just kidding. It's just me and my kids. But yeah, the game will start here shortly. It's supposed to start at 8 o'clock. Oh, it is 8 right now. So the Rams are about to come out over here on the left-hand side. Now I'm going to pin my microphone to my shirt so that way I can have better camera movement. Now, if you missed last week, you missed what we call a dandy. So 8U Tucson Raiders were playing the 8U Sahuarita 49ers. And the Raiders went down 18-0 in the first quarter, and I thought, oh crap, this is going to be a tough one. And then we scored 25 unanswered points to go up 25-18 by the fourth. Then the 49ers scored in the fourth to make it 25-24, and all they needed was the extra point to tie it, and we stuffed them. Whoa, someone needs some instrument help on the other side, on the Rams side. Rams look cool in their uniforms. They look like their helmets are like the actual Rams, like the LA Rams helmets. They're pretty sweet. They're dressed in the all white. The only real difference is there's no yellow. They're navy blue and white. And then the Raiders in the black jerseys, white pants, silver helmets as they get ready for their entrance here. But anyway, so quite the game last week. That was sweet, man. Down 18-0, 25 unanswered, and then the 49ers score with like 30 seconds left in the fourth, and all they needed was the extra point to tie it up, and we stuffed them. It was sweet. So I'm excited to see what kind of momentum that carries from this 8U Raiders team into this week, because that's awesome. All right, the Raiders are about to make their entrance. Here, it's not too hot today. It's about 78 degrees right now, high at 92 today.
Still walking. There's no one there. It's like an 8-second delay.
So I'm excited to see what kind of momentum. It's because you started from the beginning. So you see the Raiders coming out of this tunnel right here. The fantastic cheer squad. Yes, every team, every Raider age group has their own cheer squad, and they work so hard with little cheer girls. They do an awesome job. And here they come. So we're just about set for game time here, but like I was saying, I'm excited to see the momentum that's going to carry over after the massive comeback win for the 8U Raiders. I should say a couple weeks ago, because we had a bye week last week, so there was no game last week, but their last game was 2 weeks ago when they had that amazing comeback. The team just refused to give up, made adjustments. You saw the adjustments they made on offense and defense. For whatever wasn't working in the first quarter, they made massive changes. So shout out to the coaching team or coaching squad for the AU Raiders for making those adjustments, and the kids believing in their coaches and coaches believing in their kids to pull off a massive comeback win. It was sweet. So we'll see what happens here. This Rams organization is apparently pretty good. I guess it's the Raiders, the Rams, and the 49ers that are kind of like the top three teams. Soldiers I've heard a lot about for some of the older kids, I think. But again, this is all just straight from the dome. I have no statistics on any of this. This is just word around of which teams are good. But I guess the Rams are pretty decent. So this will be an exciting game here as the captain's getting ready to come out to the field here. Hey, hey, what are you looking at? So there's the coin toss as we're about to get started here. We had a little bit of a delay. So let's see here who won the coin toss. Now, I don't know who won the toss because I was opening my Bang energy drink. This broadcast unofficially brought to you by Bang Energy Drinks. Let's see if I can get a... Oh, look at that. Ah, check it out. I'm just trying to keep you guys occupied while we were on this little delay here. It's not really a delay. It's just we were supposed to start at 8, and we haven't yet. And now they're taking the field. Looks like the Rams are going to kick off here. Let me zoom in a little bit. We have quite the angle. We have a great angle here at Tucson High. So I'm very thankful for that. As you know, in prior weeks, things get a little wild. Canopies everywhere. But over here, it's not bad. And like I said earlier, it is a high of 91. So right now, it's like 78. It's amazing out. Why we play football in the summer in Arizona remains a mystery. But it does make the kids tough. You know what I mean? Hey. Every time you do that. All right, we are set for the kickoff here. Let's see. Back to return for the Raiders is... You see a lot of onside kicks sometimes at this age. So let's see what happens. A little pooch kick goes past the first line of defense. It's picked up and bobbled, and it's recovered by the Rams. No. We've talked about this. We talked about how these onside kicks can be so tough at any level, at NFL level, college level, but especially younger guys, because the ball, you don't know where it's going to bounce. And sure enough, Raiders plenty of time to recover that ball, but just took a weird hop at the end, bounced off of the shoulder pads of one of the Tucson Raider players. And the Rams player, we'll have to roll that back and look, but Looked like he wasn't even diving on the ball. He just kind of fell and the ball was there. So the Rams take over on the Raiders' 47-yard line, 1st and 10. So we will see what happens there. As I'm going to adjust this camera. And I'm going to try to zoom a little bit. It'll be 1st and 10 Rams here. Closest side to us, you have Jaden C, number 1. He's playing cornerback on the near side. Receiver in motion, fake jet sweep, handoff to the running back up the middle. That's big number 25, rumbling, stumbling, bumbling down the sideline. And he's about to get knocked out, but he breaks a tackle and he's going to take it all the way to the house as the first play of the game. After recovering the, what you want to call an onside kick, I guess, is they run the ball right up the middle and go up 6-0 early. But hey, I'm not fazed because the Raiders had this same start last week. Went down 18-0 in the first and came all the way back. So Rams going for the conversion here. Going to be handoff right up the middle, and he gets it. So in case you missed the last couple weeks, when you're used to watching the NFL or college or high school, when you run a regular play like that for the conversion, it's obviously worth 2 points. That's why they say, oh, they're going for 2, because instead of kicking the field goal, the extra point for 1, they run or pass it for 2. In this league, it's the other way around. So if they were to kick the field goal and make it, it's worth 2. If they were to do a run or pass like they just did, it's worth 1. So it is now 7-0 Rams. Now I did download this app where you can do the score right on the screen, but I couldn't figure it out. I could have done it yesterday and I forgot about it. And then I logged in this morning and I was like, oh yeah, I have that app that you can have the score right on the screen there, because that'd be cool. You guys can just log in and see what the score is. So I'll try to figure that out, but right now we don't have it. 7-0 Rams. Here comes the kick, as there is a coach in the middle of the field. And here comes the kick from big number 25. And it's an onside kick, and the Raiders do a great job of just diving on it. Kind of took this spiral spin, which you don't know if it was going to go 10 yards or not. It goes 9, and before they even get the chance to let it go 10 yards, the Raiders dive on it. So good job there. 7-0 Rams here early. We're maybe 2 minutes into the first quarter. So Raiders with the ball in their first possession here. Jaden C, number 1, is the quarterback under center, as it looks like, unless my eyes are deceiving me. Ooh, false start. I'm going to ask my associate here. Does it look like where the center is, that instead of having a guard and a tackle to the right of you, it looks like he just has one guy to the right of him? It looks like from here that when normally you quarterback under center, you have a guard to your right, a tackle to your right, and then a guard to your left, a tackle to your left. And I'm pretty sure Jordan C has just one guy to his right. So it goes center and then tackle. I've never seen that formation. Not sure if it's legal, but we'll see. And there's the flag. Maybe that's what this is. I thought I could barely hear the ref. I thought he said neutral zone infraction. Yes, he did. So we'll get those 5 yards back that we just lost. So dead ball. Oh, we can kind of hear the refs from here, which is good, because a lot of times I don't know what they're saying. And I did learn some more about the rules, how they're a little bit different than in high school. And we'll go over those right now. So it'll be 1st and 10 here. Jaden C under center, rolls to his left on a design quarterback sweep, cuts up the middle for a nice little 4-yard gain. And if you missed last week, it was the two Andersons, Jackson Anderson and Josiah Anderson, and Jordan C. that took the majority of the carries. And they proved last week how well they can run the ball. I want to say it's 24. Jackson Anderson is a big kid, almost like a mini Jerome Bettis out there running the ball. So once he makes it through the line of scrimmage and gets into the secondary, it's like good luck getting that kid down. Honestly, you'll see him run the ball probably right here. So it'll be 2nd and a long 5 after the nice run by Jaden C. Snap to Jaden. There's the handoff to Jackson Anderson as he runs his way up the middle, and it takes 4 or 5 guys to kind of get him down. Small gain. But like we said, if he gets through that line of scrimmage, if the line can give him a hole to run through and he makes it into the secondary, it's over. But we got to get through that first line of scrimmage there. So 3rd and 3 after a 2-yard run by Jackson Anderson. Jaden C. under center. 2 running backs behind him. Fake handoff on a design quarterback sweeper on the right side. If he can get the corner, he might take it to the house. As he's going down the sideline to the 25-20, down to the 10, to the 5, touchdown. Jaden C. Boy, the crowd going wild here. It feels like they're right next to me. So a good run there by Jaden C. as the Raiders now down 7-6. And if they can get the conversion here, it would be a tie ball game. So a good job by the offensive line there to allow C to get around the corner. And once he made it past the defensive ends, he might be one of the fastest kids in the league, so we're not going to catch that dude. As he takes it for, I wish I had a stat sheet. Seems like his 40th touchdown of the year already, but we don't know. It's a lot. That kid scores a lot. So here they are for the conversion. They are in what they call the pistol formation, which is quarterback in a like kind of semi-shotgun with a running back behind him, which is Jackson Anderson. As they hand off on the jet sweep, and he's in. So we convert here, which is sweet. Now it's tied 7-7. Let me see who that was that ran the ball in. That is, and we've talked about this in previous weeks. I don't know if I'm getting old or if the jersey numbers that are painted in silver on a black jersey is tough to see. But I want to say that's number 18. Ethan Garcia. So please forgive me if I was wrong, but that is the jet sweep run for the conversion to tie up the game 7-7. Hold on, as my associate has a key piece of information here. Please hold. All right, thanks, Tom, for that live update of what's going on in the league. That's what Raiders set to kick off 7-7 here. If you missed it, Jordan C. had a, I want to say like a 40-yard quarterback sweep around the near side of the field or the right side of the field on a 3rd and 3 for a touchdown. And then Ethan Garcia on the jet sweep for the conversion tied it up. There's a nice onside kick there. It didn't quite go 10 yards, but if the player were to touch it on the Rams and then the Raiders were to get it, then we would have had the ball. But Rams do a good job of recovering that ball. So we're tied 7-7 here in the first, as both teams proving they can run the ball. If you're just joining us, the Rams kicked an onside kick to start the game, and it bobbled out of one of our guys' hands, and they recovered it. And then on the first play from scrimmage, number 25 for the Rams, who looks like he's about 12 years old, ran about a 48-yard scamper all the way to the end zone. So 7-7 now. Rams in single back formation, twins to the left, one receiver to the right. Quarterback under center. Receiver in motion on a jet sweep to number 5 as he's trying to make his way around the outside corner, and you're going to see a hold. I already know who it was on and everything. So you can just stop running, kid, because I think number 5 on the Rams, as he was trying to block one of our guys so that way his running back could get around the corner, he held him. And the ref nearly hit him with that yellow piece of laundry. And so that'll be coming back. Now, a little bit update on the rules, as last week we had some weird calls, which I thought was weird. But, like, for example, in the 11U game, it was 1st and 10 49ers, and they ran the ball like 50 yards for a touchdown. Well, it got called back for a hold. So even if you don't watch football, everybody knows holding is a 10-yard penalty, so now it's going to be 1st and 20. But it was 1st and 13. And I said, what? Was it a 3-yard penalty? I never even heard of that. So I found out that the rules in this league are a little bit different, that when it's a holding call, if it's past the line of scrimmage, then it's 10 yards from where the hold took place, which exactly what you see right now. That was a hold, and so it should be 1st and 20 in any other league. But in this league, it's like it was like a 9-yard penalty because that kid held him 1 yard past the line of scrimmage. I don't even know if any of this makes sense. Same exact play, jet sweep. They're going to try to run the same thing. Ooh, a nice little move by number 5 to juke, but he just gets swallowed up by half the Raiders defense. Great job containing there. And you see that sometimes in this league when you run a play that worked, but it gets called back for a penalty. Sometimes they'll run the same play again because they're like, let's see if this defense made any adjustments. And sure enough, Raiders did a great job of not allowing anything to happen on that play. He may have got it in a yard or 2. So it'll be 2nd and about 6. So again, if it's a hold, which happens a lot in any league, as I adjust my camera here, if it's a hold, it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which is wild because that means you could hold 50 yards down the field and they're only going to move it back 10 yards, so it's still a 40-yard gain. So I don't know. But those are the rules. There's a fake jet sweep handoff to big number 25 as he gets stuffed immediately. Let's see who that was, because big number 25 can run, but he thought he was going to make it through the line of scrimmage there and was met immediately by number 3, Josiah Anderson. And he said, "You ain't the only big kid on this field, 25. We big too." You know what I mean? As my son gives me a look saying, "Dad, don't talk like that." You know what I mean? All right, so 3rd and about 5 here, as he maybe got a yard on that last play. So what am I talking about? 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15. Quarterback under center. Jet sweep to number 5 as he makes his way. Jordan C. trying to catch him. Remember, Jordan's fast. Jaden C., sorry. As he gets pushed out and gets a first down. But the minute I saw that Jaden C. was chasing him, I thought, he'll catch him. But they do get the first down. As the coaching staff for the Raiders saying, do your job. If they were to contain the outside, like they teach these defensive ends to, when you're rushing the quarterback or trying to make a tackle in the backfield, to not get sucked inside. You got to stay on the outside so that way plays like that can't happen. But on a 3rd and 15, they get about a 17-yard gain for a first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 Rams from the Raider 35-yard line. And so quarterback under center here, single back formation, receiver in motion, that's number 30.
on the jet sweep to number 30 around the corner, and he just gets met at the line of scrimmage. It's a nice tackle by, I'll get his number, don't worry. I need binoculars, man. Number 98, I think, which is Elijah Cruz. So a nice tackle there by Elijah Cruz, as he may have gotten half a yard, so it'll be second and a long 9. So good game so far. Tied up here as we probably approach the end of the first quarter. Is we don't have access to the scoreboard here, so we don't know how much time's left, but I do know it's in the first. And we got to be approaching the end of the first here. So let's see what happens here. Rams, ooh, it might have seen the Rams coach is clapping, so might be an encroachment or a neutral zone infraction on the Raiders, which will move them up 5 yards. So instead of second and 9, you're going to look at second and 4. As you see, the Raiders' whole organization, 8U, 9U, all the way up to 14U, constantly work on telling the defenders to watch the ball. Don't listen to the cadence. Handoff right up the middle to big number 25 as he makes one move, another move, and then gets gang tackled, but not before he gets a first down. So it's about second and 4. He gained maybe 7 yards. To be first and 10 Rams from the Raider 23-yard line. Seven is the score here in the first. Quarterback under center. Wide receiver in motion. Jet sweep as he cuts it back up the middle, and a good tackle that time as he maybe got 2 or 3 yards, but a good stop by the defense. Let me see who had that tackle. That was number 24, Jackson Anderson. So if you're looking at the Raiders defense, playing safety in the back, I'm trying to get that dude's number. We'll try to kind of tell you guys where everyone is playing. That way you can kind of look out for whoever you're here to watch. First and 10 Rams. Just kidding, second and 5. Hand off to big number 25 as he makes a nice move. And then Josiah Anderson, number 3, makes a nice tackle to keep him to maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain. So now it's going to be third and a long 3. So a big down coming up here as the Raiders are going to try to get a stop. And normally when you watch the NFL or college and it's third down, it's like, let's stop him here to try to hold him to 3 points. But obviously we're not kicking a lot of field goals at this age, so it's really, they have 2 downs, third and fourth, to get a stop here. And it's about third and 3.5. So we need a stop here, and then we need another stop on fourth to try to get that ball back. All running plays so far on both sides of the ball. Quarterback under center. Ooh, a little jump on the defensive side, but he didn't go over. Number 25 gets a handoff, and he trips. And he might have gotten a yard. If he didn't trip there, he would have gotten the first down. But he did trip. And so now it's going to be 4th and 2. So a huge stop here. Let's go Raiders. Let's get a stop in the backfield, baby. Quarterback under center. As he does a quarterback sneak, nobody moves. So that's got to be a false start. Ooh, as the players are still going at it. Well, let's see what they call here. Now, to me, if the quarterback gets the ball and runs it and nobody else moves, that's legal. Because you're supposed to go when the ball goes. But the rest of the team didn't move. So I don't think this is a penalty, but maybe that's why they're talking about it. But even then, they blew it dead, so they'd have to replay it. So let's see what the call is. Yeah, I knew it, man. There's no flag. But that doesn't mean they still get to move. You don't. It should be a replay down because they blew the play dead. I'm going to start screaming from here if they give them those yards. I can see, yeah. So it's a replay of downs. Ooh, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. Perfect. So 4th and 2 here. As watch out for that QB sneak again. I'd be expecting that. Who knows? I heard somebody from the Raiders sideline saying, "Watch the reverse." Yep, here it comes. Jet sweep, fake, handoff up the middle. Ooh, and he met him right away, but he gets a nice push. It's going to be close. That was Jackson Anderson that made the stop. Ooh, oh my gosh, are they going to give him the first down? They're pointing at something. What's happening? First down, Rams. No way, bro. As you hear the Raiders sideline yelling, saying no. I mean, we'd have to, yeah, it looks like he maybe got it. Based on the spot of the ball, he maybe got it by a half a yard, but we'd have to roll that back to see how much they spotted it. But Jackson Anderson, it was either Jackson or Josiah. I couldn't see if it was number 3 or 24. But one of them made a stuffed number 25 right a yard or so before the first down and then just sort of fell backwards. But a great defensive play there by one of the Andersons. But the Rams do get the first down. But that is the end of the quarter. It is 7-7 as the Rams are threatening here as we go down to the other end of the field. Again, we're at Tucson High School, located in downtown Tucson, Arizona. Eli, you want to take over? We have 97,000 people watching.
9?
Nope.
Give us a few numbers.
You want to announce? My son Elijah plays on the 11U team. And I got my other son Noah over here. He's 9. And Noah's a baseball player. But they come here with me at 6 in the morning when we get all set up, and they just ride it out till 7:30, 8 p.m. when we leave. And on days like today when it's like 80, it's not bad. But there was a couple of those days that it was well over 100 that it's like, you feel like you're dreaming. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line, so practically a 1st and goal. As there is a referee timeout to tie a shoe. Sorry, as we get a run across the corner there, as I thought the timeout was still going on. That's number 5 as he scores. Jeez, that whoever's blowing that horn on the other side. It sounds crazy. I'm just mad that we are losing now. But that's okay. It's going to be 13-7. Can you take Rams leading. So here's for the conversion. And in case you don't know, if they get a run or a pass here, it's only worth 1, not 2, like in the NFL. So it's a design quarterback sweeper on the left side. He gets stuffed, but then keeps driving, but he does not get it. So a good stop there. And that might, if you missed it last week, that was the difference in the game last week, was a missed conversion on the 49ers, which allowed the Raiders to win by 1 last week. So a good stop there. I couldn't see what number of the player that was that stuffed him right at the 1-yard line. 13-7 is the score. Rams are winning here at the beginning of the second quarter, as the Rams will get set up to kick off to the Raiders. And again, this is our home field this year, Tucson High School.
Good job, Damien! Good job, Angel!
Rams set to kick off here. 13-7 the score. Rams leading here in the second quarter. And there's the kick. It's like a squib kick down the middle. Jackson Anderson, or Josiah Anderson, number 3, gets it as he's hit, and almost the ball nearly popped out, but he held on to it as it'll be 1st and 10 Raiders from the Raider 44-yard line. As Jackson Anderson subbing out of the game for Ethan Garcia. All right, so this time, Jaden C., who is normally our starting quarterback, is lined up on the near side closest to us at wide receiver. So what do we have here? It might be, who's that quarterback right now? Maybe number 2 or something? That might be Jordan Garrett, but let's see. Ooh, as the design jet sweep fake, but a flag down, dead ball foul. That's going to be an encroachment on the Rams. It did look like a fumble happened, but it doesn't matter because the play was blown dead. But interesting play call there is Jaden C. was lined up as receiver and went around for a jet sweep, and it was a fake handoff. I think that's number 2. I can't really see the number, but that might be Jordan Garrett lined up under quarterback, or under center, I mean, as quarterback. Single back formation, that's Jackson Anderson in the backfield as they hand off now, this time on the jet sweep to Jordan C., but he's stopped immediately. They didn't get the best push up front that time as the Rams defender was in the backfield right away, as they might take a timeout here. It looks like timeout Raiders. 13-7 the score here, Rams leading in the second quarter. Well, like we were talking before, just an absolute beautiful day out today. If I had to guess, it's probably 82 degrees right now. The high I know is 91 or 92, which if you're living in Minnesota right now, you're like, what? 91, that's hot. No, it's not. Not down here, man. Here it's over 100 every day for 8 months. And it's brutal. So when you have days like today, you love it. And I'm from Colorado, so I know all about the cold weather. I guess I'd rather hot than cold, but still. Our first scrimmage of the year was like about a month ago, 4 weeks ago, I think, and it was 112. We got these little rascals out there in full pads. It's crazy. So we second and 5 after the penalty and then jet sweep by Jaden C. that just was stopped basically at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 5. C back under center as quarterback as he hands the ball, but he drops it, fumble. Oh my gosh, and it falls again, and they finally, Jordan C. jumps on it. As you see sometimes at this age, which the Raiders have done a really good job of this all year long, but when there's a fumble, you'll see some of the younger kids try to just pick it up and run with it when the coaches are like, yo, just fall on it. Don't try to pick it up and then fumble it again and then give the ball up to the other team. That time you saw we tried to pick it up and then fumbled it again, and then Jaden C. If I call him Jordan one more time, I'm going to freak out. But Jaden C. dives on the ball and says, let's lose a down there, but still retain possession of the ball. So it'll be 3rd and 11 as Jaden C. is in at quarterback still. Empty backfield. It's probably, they're going to pass the ball, baby. Let's go. Let's see. Scrambling to his left and then back to his right, and he finally gets brought down. But he was going to pass there, but they just take the quarterback sack as the 2 defensive ends on both sides of the ball for the Rams made it into the backfield rather quickly. Didn't give Jaden C. a long time to throw the ball. And he tried to scramble, and he got away from one guy, but then it was just too many guys in the backfield, and he gets brought down. So now it's going to be 4th and 18. So we'll see what they run here. Are they going to take the snap and punt it deep, or are they going to run a play? As they are in the pistol formation with the quarterback in shotgun and Jackson Anderson behind him. As the jet sweep over to Ethan Garcia as he makes a cut up the middle and then is met after about a 4 or 5 yard gain. So it'll be a turnover on downs. Rams will take over on the Raider 42-yard line. We got 9U coming up next. Followed by 10U, and then 11U, and then 12U, and then 14U. So 1st and 10 Rams here from the 42 as they hand it off to the jet sweep to number 5 as he's got a huge hole and he makes his way all the way into the secondary. He's got one guy to beat and he steps out. So good job by Ethan Garcia, I think, was chasing him down along with, that might be Isaiah Rodriguez. It looks like a 12. I don't know. God, dude. If you guys were up here, you'd be like, how do you see those numbers on the Raiders jerseys? And I would say, I don't. I can't. But whoever's playing safety right now, he's got red cleats on. He was back there too, that forced number 5, the runner, out of bounds. But again, a huge hole that he had to run through. And once he made it into the secondary, he's a big kid and he's fast. So we got to try to stop him at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage to prevent him going up against our secondary like that. So it'll be 1st and 10 Rams. 13-7 the score here as we approach halftime. Rams leading. Quarterback under center, number 25 is the single back in the back. It'll be tight end to the left, so play might be coming left. It's going to be a false start on number 5. As Jaden C. looks at him and says, that's on you, bro. And they'll move it back 5 yards. So it'll be a 1st and 15. As that time a handoff to the left. Score is 13-7. Rams are leading. 13-7. Rams are leading. As they are threatening again as they're on the Raider 26-yard line. But it is a long 2nd and long here. It's going to be 2nd and about 17. So Rams leading. Both teams proving they can run the ball well. Raiders, last time they had their back to the wall, showed good defense. As a handoff to the right here, that's number 5. And again, this is the play they've ran before. If he can make it to that corner, it's tough to stop him. All the way down the sideline. So that'll make it 19-7. So the Rams are going to try to go for the conversion here, which would make it 20-7 if they convert. If they don't, it'll be 19-7. Oh, and they're going to throw the ball. He's wide open in the end zone, and he scores. So that'll be 20-7 Rams here in the second quarter, as the Rams will get set to kick off against the Raiders. Raiders need a score before halftime. Now, if you missed it last week, the Raiders went down 18-0 in the first quarter and came all the way back and scored 25 unanswered points to win. It was sweet. So this Raiders team, this 8U team, may be a second half team. So Rams set to kick off here, as I'm going to try to zoom out a little bit. Wait, what? Hey, log into YouTube. I have somebody texting me saying that it's zoomed in like way too much, which we had this problem at with the 12U game last year in the second half. On my screen, it shows the whole field. But then when I watched it back later, only for the second half of the 12U game, it was zoomed in. Like, oh, it is, see? Okay, I'm going to log out and get back in. Oh, shoot, but I don't want to miss this. As the Raiders get the onside kick and nearly run it back. All right, I'm going to log out and come back in. I don't know why it's so zoomed out, bro. How does that look? Oh my gosh, whoever texted me and told me that, thank you. And you guys can message me in the chat too if it's all messed up. Again, on my screen, it's like shows almost 50 yards of the field, so it's all zoomed out. Let me see. There's my associate here. My associate is my 11-year-old son. So yeah, I'm gonna log out and come back in. So try to fix this.